pick from any of those options. I usually do desktop, right-hand column, and newsfeed only. Once you make this change, then you can upload these changes. I'll scroll up here. You hit this green button to upload changes. I originally downloaded the ads with this button, and I'm going to show you more on the Power Editor later. But this key step to get your squeeze page integrated must be done in the Power Editor. If you want to quickly make a lot of ad campaigns and you don't want to have to use the Power Editor, which with the way the Power Editor is inconsistent in its being useful and reliability, this is a very handy skill to have if you need to make many ad campaigns that are similar. For example, I'm using one of my ad campaigns that's successful in picking up a lot of low-cost likes. What I do to make a similar ad campaign, I hit Create Similar Ad out of it. And you can see I already did that once before. I close that page. I hit Create Similar Ad. It populates everything in my last ad, including all the countries. Imagine typing these in repeatedly. It puts all of my interests back in, and it puts my campaign back in. Now, here's the easy way I copy it. I hit New Campaign. I hit Bandwork Love 3, for example. If I just want a little campaign like I've got already, do $1 a day. I hit Place Order right here. Your order has been placed. You will receive a notification once your ads are reviewed. All you have to do now is hit Create Similar Ad again. Say I want to change the pictures. I can just remove that, browse library, try another picture in there. Or what I really should do is put a bunch of pictures in here. So I'll go to the browse library and just use some recent pictures, load it up with pictures. Now I really would want to reposition these two, but I'm showing you this as quick as possible. I can put them all in the same campaign. If I place order, all of these will go in the same campaign. Now, if I want to try split testing these, I can go Bandwork Love 4 and try a new campaign and say instead of love, maybe I put dogs in as the interest. Now my audience is completely different, which is great for pricing. I go down here and hit Place Order. And there we go. I've got another campaign. That's 2 new campaigns I've already made. And say I want to even try another. Let's do pets this time instead of dogs. A lot bigger audience. I go down and do a new campaign name. Bandwork Love Pets. Place order. There I've got another new campaign. And when you hit continue, then you go straight into the ad campaign you just created. What you want to do is go see all of the ad campaigns you just made. So you can see I just put 3 new campaigns out very quickly right there. And I only had to change a little tiny bit of the details on there. Now you can see I did that very fast. For each campaign though, you'll want to take the time and plan out the targeting options more carefully and precisely, as well as the pictures. For these, I'm not going to actually use these campaigns because I didn't do that. So I'm going to show you how to delete these campaigns. Because when you make fast campaigns like this, you will make some mistakes. Lord knows I've made a lot of mistakes making campaigns, but the more you do anything, the more you make mistakes. All you have to do is know how to clean those mistakes up. So I deleted those campaigns. I go back to the original campaign I created similar ad out of. I go down here. This is unusual for me to have one ad in a campaign, but I wanted to test if this would still get really cheap likes with just one ad in a campaign, and it does. So that's a success. Back to how I did it before. Create similar ad. Now you can see we're back to where we started, and I could repeat the process as many times as I wanted. And every time you do this, you make a new window. So You have to close all those windows you make to get back to your whatever you started with. I hope you find a way using this to make lots of campaigns faster without so much work. People consistently ask me, they say, Jerry, what do you think my daily budget should be? The minimum is $1 a day, and I've seen advertisers spend more than $1,000 a day on individual ad campaigns and as much as $5,000 a day in one ad account on their ads. My thought is usually that smaller ad campaigns get the best results. The smaller ad campaigns force Facebook to zoom in on getting results and not overcompete or just completely waste a daily budget. If you see the ad campaigns I've made recently for myself, you can see I strongly believe in this using a daily budget from between $1 to $10 a day. At the same time, I will run lots of campaigns at a time. There's days I've ran 10, 20 plus campaigns, and those campaigns range from $1 to $10 each. When I built my page with thousands of likes at a time, I was running a lot of anywhere from $1 to $20 a day ad campaigns. The ad campaigns at this level consistently work good to get these low-cost likes you see. What's bad about using larger campaigns is if you set your budget to maybe $1,000 a day, you are looking at a huge potential waste if the ad campaign goes wrong. It's much better to start a budget smaller and work your way up incrementally. I've seen ads for all kinds of different products, apps, pages, advertisers putting their ads in at several hundred dollars a day and watching them just get butchered. I mean, $1, $2, $5, $10 a like. The higher you give Facebook a budget every day, it seems as if Facebook automatically scales up the ad campaigns. So when you put the big numbers in the budget down here, when you put $1,000 a day, it seems like Facebook tries to spend more of that on purpose. And this is clear because whatever you give Facebook, they will find a way to spend every day. Google, on the other hand, is a little more up and down. They don't always blow through your whole budget depending on how you set your ads. But Facebook will do everything it can, if your bid is high enough, to spend all of your budget. And if you're bidding for page likes or impressions or clicks, usually however you bid it, Facebook can figure out a way to spend as much as possible as long as your bid's up high enough. If you're bidding just straight up for page likes, your bid is always going to be high enough. The thing is, you start with smaller campaigns and work your way up after you see exactly what works well and what's successful. So when I grow a page, I usually start $1 to $10 or $20 plus a campaign if the page has huge goals like 100,000 likes in a short period of time. Once I see which $20 campaigns are working well, I copy that campaign and make more similar versions of that campaign. This allows me to scale up without competing so much against myself. If you are spending $1,000 a day and targeting a small niche, you're effectively competing against yourself. You're having to outbid your own ad impressions and outbid everyone else to get your ad shown often enough. So stick with lots of smaller ad campaigns and then carefully follow my recommendations for analyzing the results of those campaigns, and you'll give yourself the best opportunity to get a great return on your investment with your Facebook ad campaigns. Why are we here? To learn Facebook ads that get likes and fans, and web traffic for the lowest cost. This is what I'm talking about. 2,619 likes for $1.73. 20,000 page likes at 0.00 cost per page like. 1 cent cost per click on a 4,729 page like campaign. If you want bigger stats, $181 spent for 60,000 page likes. $165 spent for 60,000 page likes. $155 spent for 53,000 page likes. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this for yourself, regardless of what kind of page you have. If you want to spend $840 and get 250,000 Facebook likes out of it, or get people to your website, or anything else you want people to notice online, here's how to do it. And a lot more of what you can achieve with it. 2,900 likes for $12. Now, these results are some awesome campaigns with it, but you used to easily be able to get 100 to 200 likes per dollar using this strategy. Click-through rate of around 1% at 0.02 optimized CPM. That's where you get a 0.00 per like. Why would you want 100,000 fans? Why did I make this video? And why would you want 100,000 fans? I want you to have the best available resources to build your reputation, your Facebook page, and who you are up online completely for free. You want 100,000 fans because you want an audience. You want to stand out. The same reason I've made this YouTube video. I want to give you something that's helpful and useful. You want to have an audience of people you give helpful and useful information to that pay attention to you and what you have to offer. The idea is with the 100,000 fans, you want to stand out. You want to stand out like this. 676,000 likes on my third company Facebook page. The one before it had over 600,000, and the first one I made had over 100,000. The irony is I spent more effort, time, and aggravation to make the first one that had 100,000 than I did to make the next two pages combined that now have over 1 million fans. You want to stand out on networks like Clout, where this is a top 1% score in terms of influence. Clout measures your online influence. My company stands out from the thousands of other companies offering to help out with online advertising and Facebook ads. My YouTube channel, the same thing. So what I'm showing is I believe strongly in what I'm showing you how to do, and that's why I'm showing you how to do it, is because I want you to be able to do this for yourself. So you make an audience, and most do not, and I will show you the cost of not making an audience, and then I will dive into the details of actually how to do this. I love this ad. This came up on my newsfeed. Are you curious enough? With a picture of an attractive girl, a website, and an app. Now, what is wrong with this ad? Any ideas what's wrong with this ad? Well, now that you've had time to look at it, I would say you probably can say 23 people use this app is what's wrong with this ad. Why would I want to know about or use something that only 23 people have used? There's a very small fraction of the population that's always interested in being the very first to do something and engage with something. Those 1 to 10%, depending on your definition, are either called innovators, early adopters, or something similar. Those are the only possible people that might be attracted to this ad. The problem is most of those kinds of people, especially in where I'm located in Sarasota,